From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
You're probably waking up to some rain showers, and that is being seen on satellite and radar. They are a little bit heavy, so they could be waking you up as you wake up this morning. Temperatures, though, are into the 40s, 44 degrees in May. In Lansing, 43 in Charlotte, and 43 in Jackson. So it's a little bit of a cold rain, but we're still going to see those temperatures slowly start to warm or stay the same, with those rain showers sticking in the forecast all day. All the full forecast coming up in just a little bit. 6 News This Morning starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News This Morning.
Good morning and happy Sunday. Today is December 29th. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Megan Vaselli, filling in for Karina Prieto. 6 News is here for you now with this morning's top stories. We start this morning with tragedy in South Korea. Officials there confirmed a plane crash that killed nearly everyone on board. The commercial airline carrying 181 passengers and crew members skidded off the runway during its landing. The flight was arriving from Bangkok, but when it crashed, a fire broke out, killing almost everyone on board. Rescue crews searched the crash site for 6 hours, finding just 2 survivors from the tail section of the plane. The rest of the passengers and crew members now are presumed dead. Witnesses say the landing gear may not have been deployed properly, and now investigators are looking into the possibility of a bird hitting the plane. They say someone believed to have been on the plane at the time sent a text message saying, quote, "There's a bird stuck in the wing. Should I say my last words?" This marks the second major airline disaster just this week. In this update since yesterday morning, Russia publicly acknowledged its potential role in a separate crash that killed 38 people and hurt dozens more. It's believed Russian air defense systems shot down the plane near Kazakhstan. Russian President Vladimir Putin admitted those systems were firing in the region when the plane went down because of recent Ukrainian drone activity. However, he did not take any direct responsibility for bringing down the plane. Turning now to Capitol Hill, we have an update on a story we first told you about yesterday morning. President-elect Donald Trump now weighing in on the debate over work visas for skilled workers. He came out in favor of them during an interview yesterday with the New York Post. Mr. Trump said he personally employs many recipients of immigrant visas and has done so many times to bring in top talent. Far-right members of the party have disagreed publicly, arguing immigrant visas for talented workers take away crucial jobs that American workers should fill. Several years ago, during Mr. Trump's first term in the White House, he allowed the continued use of immigrant visas, but did narrow down their use to only the most skilled and successful applicants. However, it remains to be seen how this administration will balance this once his second term begins. But before it can focus on a transition, lawmakers need to find a solution to the fast approaching debt ceiling. This after a warning from U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen that the U.S. is on track to run out of money again by January 14th. Last week's debt discussions exposed fault lines within the Republican Party as lawmakers rejected Mr. Trump's proposal to suspend the national limit, instead passing through a temporary measure. This leaves a problem in need of a resolution before Inauguration Day. Looking ahead, we expect talks of the debt limit to take up a lot of time during the first few weeks of the new year. Now, we'd like to bring you a recap of some of the top economic stories we've covered throughout the year. Starting with business, inflation went down, stocks went up, labor unions flexed their muscles, while Swiftonomics swept the globe. Jared Hill is here for you now with a look back at 2024.
Election day lit a fire under the stock market. The Dow hit a record high after Americans voted to return Donald Trump to the White House. Weeks later, Bitcoin touched $100,000 for the first time. Also lifting the mood on Wall Street, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates after signs inflation had cooled. While some prices trended lower, the Fed struggled to hit its 2% inflation target.
Nothing has gone down. It's all going up.
President-elect Trump tapped Scott Bessent to be Treasury Secretary and threatened steep tariffs on goods from China, Mexico, and Canada.
I think it would be best for everybody if everybody went back to work.
Machinists staged a crippling 8-week strike at Boeing. The walkout capped a series of production troubles, including in January when a door blew out on a Boeing 737 MAX 9 mid-flight. A dock worker strike triggered panic buying. The Longshoremen's Union agreed to suspend the walkout until January while they continue negotiations.
Those greedy companies are making billions of dollars and they don't want to share.
Sam Bankman-Fried apologized for the collapse of his cryptocurrency exchange FTX. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison for fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering. A massive technology outage in July snarled operations at companies around the world, including major airlines. Thousands of flight cancellations stranded passengers for days.
I could just cry right now.
The cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike blamed a faulty computer update. Name brands filed for bankruptcy, including Spirit Airlines, TGI Fridays, and Tupperware, plus Red Lobster after losing millions on its endless shrimp promotion.
Hopefully they'll just reorganize and they'll be back on their feet soon.
There were shakeups in the media. Paramount Global agreed to a merger with Skydance in a deal worth around $8 billion. And Comcast announced a spinoff of its cable companies. CNBC and MSNBC will be part of a separate company with no corporate ties to NBC News.
It is time for fans and artists to stop paying the price.
The Justice Department sued to break up Ticketmaster and its parent company Live Nation, saying the companies created a monopoly, driving up ticket prices. And Taylor Swift wrapped up her record-shattering Eras tour.
I'm so excited that it can make me cry.
With more than 150 shows across 5 continents, the tour generated billions of dollars in consumer spending.
I got a hoodie, I got a quarter zip, I got a bracelet.
Bringing Swiftonomics around the world. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather on the Sixes, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Well, you're going to need all of the rain gear today as we see very heavy rain starting to move into the area. Downtown Jackson, you're seeing those reflection of the lights on the roadways, and we're seeing a steady rain moving in across the area. Temperatures, though, are into the 40s, so we don't have to worry about any snowy conditions for the day today. We just have to worry about some wet weather and some cooler weather that we're going to just feel a little bit damp across the area. Temperatures are into the 43 degrees in St. John's. We're looking at 44 degrees in Mason, and we're looking at 45 degrees down in Hillsdale, 43 in Jackson, and 42 in Lansing. Satellite radar is showing that band of some heavier rain showers setting up from Kalamazoo up into Lansing, and we're going to continue to see some heavier rainfall throughout the day, and that means that we're going to need those rain jackets for the day today. When all is said and done, we could see maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain throughout the day today. Temperatures, though, remain mild into the 40s. We have Puddle Ducky back on the graphic, which means that you're going to need all of your rain gear as we head throughout the day. 43 degrees. Average high for this time of year is right around 33 degrees. So again, it's a little bit mild today, but with that rain, we're going to just feel a little bit damp and a little bit cold. So again, it's just going to be a good soup weather day, a good day to go to the movies, just stay inside, and just maybe cuddle up with a good book.
Yeah, I'm super bummed because the first thing I told Kelsey this morning was about the new boots that I bought yesterday on sale.
I would probably save those for a later date because
can't wear them today.
No,
I was ready to rock and roll in those things.
You're gonna want the rain boots, not the boots you're talking about. Yeah.
First world problems,
yes.
guys. All right. Well, thank you, Kelsey.